Have you ever noticed how some people feel instantly familiar, almost safe, while others make you tense for no clear reason? You might not even know them well, yet your body already reacts. Your chest tightens or relaxes. Your mind starts telling stories before anything actually happens. These reactions feel automatic, not chosen. That is because they are learned. They come from patterns formed long before you were aware of them, and those patterns quietly shape who you connect with and who you pull away from. Maybe you have asked yourself questions late at night that never seem to have clear answers. Why you keep falling for people who cannot fully show up. Why closeness feels good and terrifying at the same time. Why commitment feels like a trap even when love is present. Or why you want intimacy but instinctively create distance. These are not random flaws in your personality. They are signals pointing to something deeper. Today is about uncovering those invisible forces, the ones shaping your attachment, your relationships, and even your sense of self. These forces are scientific, yet deeply personal. They influence how you love, how you trust, and how you see yourself in the world. Most people feel them, but never have them explained. By the end of this, you may recognize parts of yourself you never had language for before, and that recognition can be powerful. At the core of this conversation are two ideas that quietly govern human connection: attachment and identity. Attachment is how we bond emotionally with others. It is the blueprint for how we seek closeness, handle distance, and respond to emotional needs. Identity is the story you tell yourself about who you are, your beliefs about your worth, your strengths, and your place in relationships. These two grow together, shaping one another over time. Attachment influences how you relate, while identity influences how you interpret those relationships. When you feel loved, rejected, safe, or anxious, both are at play. Research shows that attachment patterns affect how we see ourselves and how we connect with friends, partners, and peers, especially during young adulthood, when relationships and self-concept are still forming. This is why certain patterns feel so personal and so persistent. To understand where these patterns come from, we have to go back to the beginning. Long before dating, friendships, or adult relationships, attachment theory began with the observation of children and caregivers. Researchers discovered that the emotional availability of caregivers shapes how a child learns to connect. These early bonds become internal templates that the nervous system carries forward into adulthood. From these early experiences, 4 main attachment styles tend to develop. Secure attachment forms when a child feels consistently seen and soothed. Anxious attachment forms when care is inconsistent and unpredictable. Avoidant attachment forms when emotional needs are dismissed or ignored. Fearful attachment forms when closeness is both desired and feared. Each style is an adaptation, not a defect. If you grew up with secure attachment, relationships may feel relatively safe. You trust others more easily. You feel worthy of love without having to earn it constantly. Conflict feels manageable rather than threatening. If you lean anxious, you may crave closeness but fear abandonment. Your mind may overanalyze messages, silence, and changes in tone. Love can feel intense and fragile at the same time. If you lean avoidant, independence may feel safer than intimacy. You learned early that relying on others was not reliable, so you built strength around self-sufficiency. Vulnerability might feel uncomfortable or unnecessary, yet beneath that distance, there is often a quiet longing for connection. Fearful attachment carries both needs at once, wanting closeness but bracing for pain the moment it arrives. None of these patterns mean something is wrong with you. They are intelligent responses to your early environment. Your nervous system learned what it needed to survive emotionally. The important part is this: attachment is not destiny. These patterns can change. They are shaped by experiences, and new experiences can reshape them. As attachment develops, identity grows alongside it. How you were treated taught you what to expect from others. But it also taught you what to believe about yourself, whether you felt worthy, visible, or burdensome, whether your needs felt acceptable or dangerous. These beliefs quietly form the core of your identity. Psychological research shows that attachment influences self-esteem, self-worth, and social confidence. It affects how you form friendships and how you show up in romantic relationships. During young adulthood, identity and attachment are deeply intertwined. Relationship struggles often mirror inner beliefs. When patterns repeat, they are rarely random. Secure attachment often supports a stable sense of self. People with this pattern tend to believe they are worthy of love. They trust both themselves and others. Insecure attachment can lead to identity narratives that feel heavier. Beliefs like not being enough, feeling the need to prove worth, or believing that vulnerability is unsafe. These beliefs are not personality traits. They are adaptations. They once served a purpose. They helped you navigate your environment. But what protected you then may limit you now. Recognizing this is not about blame, it is about understanding. Many people watching may feel this land deeply. You may see your relationship history reflected here. The same dynamics, different faces, the same emotions, different situations. This awareness can feel uncomfortable, but it can also feel relieving, because it explains what never made sense before. In real life, these patterns show up everywhere. In romantic relationships, anxious attachment can look like constant reassurance seeking, fear of being left, difficulty relaxing into love. Avoidant attachment may look like emotional distance, downplaying needs, saying you do not need anyone while quietly wishing someone would stay. Friendships are shaped by attachment to how easily you trust, how close you let people get, how you handle conflict or disappointment. Research shows that peer relationships and attachment are linked, especially during emerging adulthood. These experiences feed back into identity, reinforcing beliefs about belonging and worth. Your self-image is deeply connected to attachment. It shapes your inner voice. Secure attachment often brings a steady voice that says you are enough. Anxious attachment may bring a questioning voice, always scanning for signs of rejection. Avoidant attachment may bring a voice that says, do not rely on anyone. Fearful attachment may bring a constant inner conflict. Studies consistently show that secure attachment is associated with higher self-esteem. Insecure attachment often carries more self-doubt and inner tension. This does not mean growth is impossible. It means awareness matters. Because what is unconscious feels like fate. What is conscious becomes choice. Here is the empowering truth. Your attachment style is not fixed. Your identity is not permanent. The brain is adaptable. The nervous system learns through experience. Healthy relationships, self-reflection, and therapy can all reshape these patterns over time. Change begins with noticing. Noticing the patterns you repeat. Noticing the stories you tell yourself. Asking where those beliefs came from, and gently challenging them through new experiences. Experiences that contradict old fears. Experiences that feel unfamiliar at first, but slowly become safer. Watching this video is already part of that process. Curiosity is a sign of growth. Questioning old narratives is how new ones form. You are not broken, you are learning, and learning can change everything. If this resonates, take a moment to reflect which attachment pattern feels familiar, how it has shaped your relationships, and what kind of identity you want to build moving forward. Awareness is not the end. It is the beginning of a different relationship with yourself. Your story is still being written, and for the first time, you are holding the pen.